everybody, it's Anna. Time for a new tarot story this week. We start with the Monday card, and for that we have a major arcana card, so it's a life lesson. It is Hanged Man reversed. Now, the lesson of the Hanged Man is that there are times in our lives where we are in the middle of some kind of internal integration, which means there's nothing you can do. You have to kind of sit still and let that happen. I connect that often with the understanding from St. John of the Cross of the dark night of the soul, which is not about depression. It's about a time when everything kind of goes dry. You don't have any clear action steps and you feel like, hey, where'd I go wrong? But actually what's happened is the energy is turned internal because something is happening below the surface. And while that is happening, you just have to kind of wait it out until it surfaces, the new thing surfaces. So we look at it upright, we can see this guy is hanging upside down from a tree. It is considered the tree of life, so it's about a new beginning. He's upside down, which often connects to me about the idea of shifting perspective. We're going to see something in a new way. So the work is happening internally until this work is completed, and then suddenly we'll see the world in a new way. Something will break open for us and we'll be like, yes, I know what I want to do. Also, I love that this guy's got, when it was his legs crossed, like he's ready. He's in a pirouette position, right? Like he's ready to dance off the tree. As soon as he gets clear, he sees the new thing, the new path is opening before him. He's ready to dance into that path. He reminds me a little of the Fool. I think his energy looks like the Fool energy. Also, he's got the halo, which reminds you of that kind of holy energy. So this came to us reversed. And when I look at the rest of the tarot story this week, this tells me that our time of waiting is over. We've been waiting on something to shift. We've been feeling kind of the internal brewing around. Maybe our mind's been very concerned. Like, why are we stuck? What are we doing? Because it is invisible to the mind. But now it's like you suddenly go, oh, I can see the thing. So the reversal then would suggest it's time to jump off this time of waiting and just dance down the new path. The challenge with this is, for one thing, we've been in momentum of waiting for a while. It can be a little challenging to move into the excitement, particularly if the mind is still confused about why we seem to be stuck for a while. Like if the mind thinks we were confused or we were locked in or something was wrong, the mind has been trying to solve a problem for a while. Now that the problem has released, because we're free to move again, the mind might still be trying to figure out what went wrong. So the mind's resistance or reluctance or attempt to understand this could make us pause. Like the path is open, we can feel the momentum, we're excited to start, but the mind's like, but wait a minute, how did we go wrong? What went wrong back there? So we want to help the mind realize that this time of waiting is not a mistake. That's why St. John of the Cross wrote the book, and where he kind of evoked or coined the phrase, the dark night of the soul, because he was seeing all these amazing people going through these spiritual transformations, and they would hit this dry patch and they'd get very disturbed and would think something went wrong. And they'd spend a lot of energy, kind of their mind just chasing its own tail, trying to figure out what went wrong. And he wanted to say, no, this is a time of powerful expansion. So just try to relax. It's not always fun to be in Hanged Man, particularly if you're someone who likes to move forward, like I kind of do. But it is a necessary element. There is something purposeful and genius happening under the surface. So we want to get our minds to understand there's nothing to solve here. And then we're just waiting for the go, waiting for the red light to turn to a green light. So the mind doesn't then balk when the green light comes. So notice now, if you can feel this shift has happened, you've been sitting in this position for a while and you're now ready to move. Notice if your mind gets a little confused or begins to hang back a bit. See if you can figure out what the mind is struggling with and see if you can help the mind release the idea that there's something to be figured out. There's some problem to be solved. There's some block to be removed. That's not what's happening with Hanged Man. Actually, you just shifted something internally to evoke the new path. I'll see you tomorrow for our next card. Bye.